because it sure took a lot of pressure off of me with all this FDA talk. There's so much that we can say, and we can let these oils speak for themselves. So the whole basis of this is KISSED stands for keep it simple, keep it super simple for easy duplication. And I'm going to talk to you a little more about what that means. Duplication, anything you guys do in your Young Living businesses or as you're sharing with people, we need it to be duplicable. And what that means is you want anybody who sits down and talks to you to be able to say, I could totally do that. Because if they look at you and they say, I could never do what she's doing, then you're not going to duplicate yourself and you're not going to be successful at network marketing. So every single decision we make in our team, the very first question is this duplicable? And if it's not, we throw the idea out and start over. So this presentation really hit home with a lot of us because this is what we're going for. It takes the pressure off the FDA stuff. The FDA stuff, how many of you guys are newer builders or you have newer builders teaming up with you who are scared to death to share now because of this FDA stuff? It's okay to admit that. Even if 2 months ago that was you and you're feeling better now, this type of presentation is going to give you some confidence there. The other key point, I just said confidence. The other point is confidence. It gives confidence to the person you're speaking to because she says, wow, I can use these oils. How many of you guys, when you went to your first oils class, felt like there is so much to learn, I'm going to mess something up? Or maybe you were scared to make your first roller bottle because you didn't know how many drops, and it feels like such a huge learning curve. When you're sharing with people in the way that I'm going to show you, there's not that much of a learning curve. It feels like, oh my goodness, the diffuser's not scary, I can totally do that. So that's where we're coming from. We're giving confidence to the person who's watching the presentation, and we're duplicating ourselves at the same time. Duplicating ourselves with wellness, because they're loving those oils and using them. Duplicating with purpose, because then that person gets that sense of purpose and takes that to their family and wants to share that with others, and that's where the abundance comes in, right? When we're duplicating ourselves and we have a lot of team members. So we're able to reach more and more homes when we're keeping things super simple for easy duplication. So that's what we're going to show you guys. So I'm going to go visit Libby at her house. This is my bag. My premium starter kit is in here. That is all that's in here. Okay. Hey, Libby.
Hi, Jenny.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good. I just brought some fun things here today. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Hattie just turned 3 in May,
Oh,
so it's going well.
she's pretty busy.
Oh yeah.
How are things with the ministry?
Good. Good. Pretty good. Me and Hattie have been going a lot lately, and having kids over into our home and hanging out. We did a tea party the other day for some of the little girls, and they dressed up in their pretty dresses, and it was so fun.
That is fun. Wow. Oh, well, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to share about these oils because I know you have a busy family and you guys have a lot going on. And so I'm hoping that this is going to make things even easier for you as you keep so busy with your ministry, and then you're probably feeling a little tapped out too at times. So to be able to support yourself is always a good thing. That lavender I sent you, did you get a chance to use that?
Yes, I loved it. It was so soothing. I love just.
Yeah. Well, let me give you some more of that right now before we get started, because
You're so sweet.
Oh, it's been a long day already, and this is just one of those things that anytime you feel like it's been a long day, this aroma is so wonderful. I'm going to use some too. Oh, I got 2.
I did too.
Ah! Okay. So whatever you want to do with that, I just love to get it on my neck and smell it. Isn't it good?
It's so uplifting, and it smells so nice.
Yeah. It smells like the real plant too.
I've never smelled a real lavender plant.
Oh, really?
No.
If you ever get to, then you have to rub the leaves, and that releases the oil out of it. So it's pretty interesting and that's where essential oils come from. They're stored in all different parts of the plant. So now that we're all relaxed. Oh, I have another one for you here. I see you got us some water.
No, that's wine. No.
Oh. No, I can't get the lid off. Okay. I'm taking some peppermint out of this box. This is, I just love to put peppermint in water. Would you like to try it?
Sure.
When you add peppermint to your water, like with a meal or something, it can really help support digestion.
Oh, wow.
It's also great. I like to keep a little bit of it in my purse for breath emergencies.
Oh. Oh, did I have bad breath?
So, what do you think? Want you to
Do
try
I
it?
just swirl it?
Yeah, it might be a little strong, but it's really refreshing.
That is refreshing. I love that. I feel like that would be nice after a workout too.
It's true. Breathe in, you can really feel that.
I know, I feel like I can breathe better. It feels so nice and invigorating.
I'll show you another trick that we do with peppermint sometimes. Put a little dab on the back of your hand.
You're gonna lick that?
Uh-huh.
You are?
Yeah. And then you push your tongue to the roof of your mouth.
Oh.
It's a little bit hot.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. You'll see why.
Oh, wow.
Does it feel refreshing?
Yeah, it does.
You mentioned a workout earlier. I imagine that you could really feel that if you had been working out.
Yeah, I feel like it woke me up. Woo.
Yes.
I like that.
It did wake us up.
I feel so clear.
Yeah. Well, let me share with you something about Young Living oils. I have this book here. It's their product guide. It comes in the starter kit, actually. So, what's really neat about this product guide is it talks to us about how Young Living is so different from oils that we might find in the grocery store. And so here on the first page is a picture of our founder, D. Gary Young, and he's actually been growing farms and distilling oils for over 20 years.
Wow.
And he learned over in France, and it's just so fascinating to see that is his true calling, that at heart he is a farmer. And so he actually recently made his wife the CEO so that he could get back into the farms, because that's when he's most happy building distilleries. And the farms are all over the world. So here's a map that shows you that Young Living owns and co-ops their farms all over the world, because then that way the plant material it has the most constituents when it's grown in its native habitat. So they are all over the world. He goes and personally opens every farm and distillery and builds those. So it's definitely a company rooted in history. Nothing new, not a fad. I love to look at this map. And so what sets Young Living apart is the seed to seal process. And what that means is that Young Living is involved from the time the seed goes in the ground all the way until that seal is put on that bottle. And so they're cultivating the plants. They're not using any kind of pesticides or chemicals. They're hand picking the weeds. They're distilled right there on site too. So the plant material is never sitting in a large shipping container and getting old and losing its properties. there's a very specific process that's happening right down to the day and time that they're harvesting.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Distilling on site. They're testing both in their own laboratories and then third-party laboratories. So it's just a very intricate process that no other company has. And so a lot of companies come along and try to copy, but it just can't be done. And you see when you're putting oils on your skin and in your mouth, it's really, really important to know about that quality.
Oh yeah, definitely with little ones at home too.
Yeah.
It's definitely important.
Yeah, these pages go through each of the farms and tell what's grown at each farm, and it's just amazing. I got to visit 2 of the farms this summer.
Oh,
I went to Mona, Utah, to this one, and that's actually the farm that's on the box for our premium starter kit. And it really is as beautiful as it shows. And what I love is that Young Living farms are open to the public. The addresses are public information. You can go, you can watch them distilling, and they encourage their members to come and volunteer for planting and harvests. And it's the heart of the company is just so amazing. It really feels like a local family.
when are you taking me?
You want to go next summer?
Sure.
I should. Go to Gold Retreat. So what are essential oils? Essential oils come from the plants, and they are very, very quickly absorbed by our skin. So the little tiny particles are going in the air. They're absorbed through your nose into your bloodstream and used by your body. And you know, one of my favorite things to do is to change the atmosphere of the room with a diffuser, and nobody knows what you're up to. So sometime when things are getting a little crazy with the children or in the ministry, you could even use that around the youth group.
Oh yeah.
I just hit this button right here. You're going to see the mist starting to come up. So that's purification. Isn't that nice?
Smells so good.
So what happens when we put something in the diffuser, such as this lavender, and things are crazy in the house and kids are running around and it's dinner time and the place is a mess, you can just add something to your diffuser and it literally will change the atmosphere of the home. And it's working on a chemical level because everyone's breathing it in and it's getting in their bloodstreams.
That's really neat.
Yeah. So let me show you a couple other things about this kit. When you get started with Young Living, this is the premium starter kit that I'm showing you. This actually lifts out, and there's a little stand back here that you can use to display your oils. That's kind of fun.
That's cute too with the design.
In here, you get some helpful paperwork. I love this flyer, Essential Oils at a Glance. It tells you a suggested way to use each one. Like Stress Away, you can put that one in a capsule or in your water. It tells you how to use it and the benefits. And one great idea when you get your starter kit is just to try one oil per day. Just dedicate 10 days, start with Stress Away. And I'm going to try Stress Away today, do what it says. And that's a really easy way to learn.
And there's a lot of other ways to use them too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There are, and as you do your research and learn more about oils, you're going to learn all kinds of uses. We have two servings of Ningxia Red here. This is an oils infused energy supplement that we like to take daily. It helps normalize healthy blood sugars. It helps with our energy. I tend to use this in the afternoon when I start to crave sugary snacks and it's not quite dinner time yet. It's better in the refrigerator.
Okay. Wow. What does it taste like? Fruity?
It is fruity.
Fruity?
Yes. Yes, it's much better cold. So at this point, we would serve up some of that.
But she's not going to let me have it.
It's because it's warm. It's because it's warm. I don't want to waste it. Also, in your starter kit, you get 10 of these little sample packets that are great. These are nice to keep in your glove box or in your purse so that you have oils ready to go. You get one of these roller fit mitts, and that'll fit on any of your bottles. And Stress Away. You can't put a roller fit mint on your lavender.
I was thinking lavender would be great. I could roll it on Patty at night.
Yeah,
to help soothe her.
it does. It's really great for relaxing before bedtime. So just put in your roller fit mint. It snaps right down in there.
Okay. On any bottle.
It will fit any Young Living bottle. Yeah.
That's nice. Do you find that you switch them around, or do you just put it on one and leave it there?
I'll leave it there.
Oh.
I'll put it on one. Like maybe when it came time to order another lavender, then I would put the roller on my smaller lavender and know that that's my roller one, and then I have another one for dropping out or putting in our diffuser.
That would be good.
Yeah. And this is another new thing that Young Living has started to do that I just love. You get 10 of these cute little bottles here. And so as you, they call it love it, share it. And as you fall in love with your oils like I have, and I'm here telling you about them, you might find that you know someone who benefits from them. Do you know any, like, has anyone come to your mind already that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's so many people in our ministry who could benefit from them, and I'm thinking of tons of family members and friends.
Yeah. That tends to be what happens with everyone. Yeah. And, so this is a good way for you to be able to say, oh, you could really benefit from some frankincense for your skin or to pamper yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see you pamper yourself a little more and give a friend 5 drops of frankincense in this little bottle and this little card.
What does the card tell them what to do?
Yeah, let me show you. It tells them exactly what to do and the benefit.
Oh, do you put the bottle in the circle?
Mm-hmm. There's a little hole there that punches out and the bottle fits right in it.
Wow, that's nice presentation. Oh, and on the back you can write.
Yep. Write your name.
Cool.
If you end up sharing with people, make sure that you let me know, because Young Living will send you a thank you check for that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Helps cover your own oils. They don't want to pay advertisers and billboards and commercials and all of that. So they want to put the money, real people.
That is so cool.
It is definitely a company for real people.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you let me know if you find yourself sharing,
Okay.
because that's likely to happen as you fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. There is a Young Living University that I want to make sure you know about, because it can still feel like there's a lot to learn.
I already went to college. I'm done.
That's true. You think I'm stingy. There's a roadmap in here that talks to you about, yes, here it is, Young Living Roadmap. And it goes through all the different ways that you can visit the farms or go on retreats, Young Living Around the Globe, it's called. But back here shows you where you can find the YL University. And it's just online resources.
Mm-hmm.
Videos, training, ways to use your oils.
Oh, that's neat.
And
that's all free?
Yep,
Can you use that for free?
that's all free. So that's all in here so that you know where to find it if you want to learn more once your kit comes. So other benefits of getting your premium starter kit is that then you're a member of Young Living. That gives you a wholesale membership, meaning you get 24% off of your purchases. If you fall in love and you want to try other products and eventually place monthly orders, let me know. You can get free products. Everyone loves free.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have a local group. We're having a lot of fun with Facebook group that we hang out. We get together. We get everyone together for I Got My Premium Starter Kit Now What classes. So once your kit comes, you'll come get together with a group of people, make a roller bottle. And we love sharing these oils. So you'll find a lot of fun events online and in person. Cool. So you won't ever feel alone in this.
Yeah. Well, how do I get started?
Well, I can get a laptop and we can go through the process and get your kid on its way to you if you want.
Okay. Sounds great.
Oh, let me show you one more thing. I would have included this too. You also get this magazine.
Oh, okay.
And the great thing about this magazine is that it goes through all different ideas of ways to use your oils. So here are ways to freshen and clean your house.
Oh, I love to clean.
Yeah.
No, I really do.
She's not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
And getting all those chemicals out of our homes. I don't know how much you know about that, but there are so many chemicals in our homes. And one of the greatest gifts of Young Living is being able to get rid of all those chemicals. There are articles in here about how to use them with children and with pets.
Oh, wow.
And so you're just going to have so many great opportunities to learn how to use your oils.
Good. That's nice. That comes with it.
Yep, that's in there. Your product guide is in there.
Okay.
You'll get your starter kit with your 11 oils and your dewdrop diffuser.
Awesome.
Okay, so we'll get you set up.
Okay. Sounds great.
Thanks. Okay, so what do you guys think of that? Have you
Made it easier.
Yeah. Very easy. What's that?
That anybody could do that.
Yeah.
So personable. So
And notice we didn't go through every single oil. We're keeping it simple. We don't need to be experts on every single oil. If she were to ask me questions, then that's okay. And we try to experience those and go through those. But and really with that, just stick to your stories. Also, you've got a product guide right in front of you. So if she asks me, oh, well, what do you use lemon for? Well, let's look that up. Then she knows how to use her own product guide. And I don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, is lemon internal or what? We can look it up here. Makes a bright, flavorful addition to food and water. And maybe I would tell her that I love to put lemon in our baked fish or something. So using the resources you have, not taking your whole entire kitchen sink and Young Living collection with you. Turning on the diffuser in front of them, that's one of the most scary things to people is, what do I do with this? And she just saw, we put the water in, put the oil in, turned it on. So easy. Do you guys have questions about that?
I don't really have a question. I just love that you go through the 3 ways to use the oils. You put them on, you taste some,
Yeah.
use some diffusers, and give them a taste of each of those. But
Yeah.
still keep it really simple. That's cool.
Yeah. Angie?
Would you do that in group?
Yes. It can be done individually or in a group. Some people are just doing their, she said in her video that this is kind of like a pre-101 class. So not everyone is going to be interested in enrolling based on just this information. I've actually done something like this just spur of the moment. Like I met a lady in a parking lot and, you just kind of end up talking about oils that goes there. And it's like, oh, well, if they ask you what oils are about, don't lose the opportunity to put oil on them. Get in your purse. You guys have little keychains. That's one of the first things you need. And get oil on them. Hey, do you absolutely hate lavender? Most people are going to say no, but I ask that first because some people really do. And if you've got lavender in their hand, if they say they hate it, say, well, our lavender might be different from anything you've ever smelled before, but just to be safe, let's try something else. And I put eucalyptus on a lady's hand a couple weeks ago, and they let the oils speak for themselves. We don't have to get hung up on this FDA stuff. That woman instinctively knew what to do. When I put that in her hand, she did this 3 times and cupped it over. The oils know what to do. Our bodies know what to do with them. She could feel it. The longer we stood there talking, she was like, my lungs feel different. I didn't have to tell her that. This oil is going to cure your XYZ. Here, hold out your hand. I didn't have to go there. The oils speak for themselves. Get them on, people. and keep it super simple. And so that's one thing that I love about this. So one-on-one in your classes, it's the kind of thing you can reach in your purse when you're at work. It just makes sharing so much easier. And you don't have to make everyone come to a class. Just putting oils on people makes them want to learn more.
To follow up to Andy's question too, Sarah Johnson, who did this presentation, for her group, she actually does not do a one-on-one until someone becomes a member. So she does do that follow-up in a full class and explains all the oils, but that's instead of, because I know you guys do your sharing, or your I got my starter kit, now what class?
Right.
She like combines that with a one-on-one as their first.
Okay.
As their first full introduction to oils.
That makes sense.
So they're not just.
I didn't really understand, because I thought a lot of people, you're not gonna get them to 2 classes and then join and then a now what.
Right. So
So.
it's once you're a member, then we'll go into more detail
Okay.
on how to use the oils you already have.
Okay. And that would probably teach itself, because by the time people in that room all have their oils, they're gonna sit there and tell you how they're using them. Okay, you guys have other questions or comments? Thank you.